He was going, yeah, 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 yeah. But he couldn't say consonants yet because he's never spoken through a human body before.
How did you learn how to identify your guides?
All of my guides, well, because everybody has a huge entourage. So like my in terms of my God, who do I want to pick? I'll pick my spirit guide. My spirit guide, I did a guided meditation and he introduced himself to me. Ian, uh, he said I didn't know he was saying his name at the time, but my friend who could channel also was like, he's trying to say his name. And this was the first day he was speaking out of my mouth. I will never forget this day for as long as I live. He was going, yeah, 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 yeah. But he couldn't say consonants yet because he's never spoken through a human body before. And he was saying Ian. So the seraphim angel that I channel, he gave himself the name Ian because angels don't have names. We give them names because humans have to name everything, right? Like microphone, computer, right? We have to name everything. And so he gave himself the name Ian. And it was through meditation that I learned that I was told it's like he's like an archangel. And then I learned later that I had to understand what a seraphim was, um, and that he's actually an ascended Arcturian. And so my concept of angels and interdimensionals had to change because I thought it was angels and interdimensionals and aliens, and that's not the case. They're all the same thing, just with different labels. Kuan Yin came through, so she'd been there the whole time, and I didn't know it. But I was working on my mom. I was doing energy healing on my mom, and my hands started doing these mudras, whereas Ian uses the sign of benediction when he's working through me. They were doing these graceful mudras, and I'm like, and the energy felt different. And I'm like, who in my head, I said, who is this? And I heard Kuan Yin. So she just told me. I've had Danu come to me. I actually had a Tua de Danann visit me in my bedroom, like when I'm awake. And that's how I learned that he was a messenger for the goddess Danu, who interestingly is a culturally different representation of Kuan Yin and Isis, who's the Holy Spirit, the Divine Mother. So that was fascinating. So Kuan Yin and Danu would always come to me in my dreams, and even they've come to me in my bedroom a few times, but they always come together. They never come separately. So that was interesting. I was visited by an Elohim in a dream, and he showed himself to me and gave me his name in the dream. He even showed me how to spell it. Gosh, I mean, it really just depends on I was visited by a lion being, a blue-skinned lion being, and that was in a twilight dream. And he came twice in a row because I woke up going, what the heck was that? Was that an introduction? So I fell back to sleep and he came back and did the exact same thing. And that was amazing. So it's always different ways based on who it is and how they feel they can best like introduce themselves to me. And I'm sure there are loads of other guides that I don't know their names and that don't exist or that, that I'm not aware of, but I just call them a part of my spiritual entourage.